Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I'm gonna do an art journal page today. Haven't done one, and I kind of feel like doing one. So one of the things I do is I don't know if you could see this or not, but I just gessoed over a page that I just didn't care for. I might have started, didn't finish, shown maybe a tip or something on, and I have a piece of paper here so it blocks. Like this is another one I'll paint over. I just throw gesso over them. But in here I have quite a few. I mean, a lot of these are older. I'm trying to finish them before I start a new one. Um, and this is just, these, I have videos all over my channel for these, but these are just a few. This is just an image transfer of a bird. I don't know how well you can see that with the glitter, you know, just stuff that I practiced on, transfers. I'm sure if you've been with me for a while, you guys know. Um, just playing. This is an abstract one, very simple with lids, circles, which you can use whatever you want. Let me see real quick. And a lot that I can paint over because I do show a lot of things like, oh, that you can try. I don't know what else. This is a Strathmore visual journal I used a coupon on a long time ago. Remember this one with the colors? I'm really into turquoise lately. So I think you are picking up what I'm putting down. So another thing that I used to do a lot of, which I have not done in quite a while, probably in the last year or two, angels. I love drawing angels. And if you've been with me, you guys know I used to do commissions and drawings and all that kind of stuff. So I thought today I would just kind of, I don't know, sit and draw and kind of do an angel. Nothing in particular. I'm going to go in first with some pencil just to kind of sketch out what I'm looking at. So I have an idea. Let me see if you can see. And that's just gesso underneath. And if you don't have gesso, use white paint. White paint just to kind of block out. I'm going to do a background, so it's really not going to matter too much. So I know I want her to have, let's see, we're going to do, let's do a very light. I'm just going to sketch her. Probably need her to be over here more. As you can see, already I'm making mistakes. I think this is my crappy eraser. But the gesso does make it easy to erase, but this is a crappy eraser. Can't find my other one. I didn't put it here. And then I'm going to kind of go down for her shoulders. I love doing this. This is just the easiest for me to draw, you know. And then we'll do her like this, and then we'll do her like that. And then her arms will come from here, but I'm not going to worry about them right now because I'll come and fine tune this when I'm done. And you can see obviously the face is kind of off, but okay. And I want it to be, I love doing the little face, like the little lips. So I'm going to do a line here and her lips here and just, you see how we're going to, I can play with that a little bit more once I get her drawn in. And I'm not going to go fancy nose. I'm just going to do a little nose for now. And then her eyes, I'm going to do kind of like an odd girl like I do, but, closer to the outside. I'm not going to measure because I'm not really worried about it too much. But that's where I'm going to do her eyes. Let's do an eyelid. And just do her kind of like that. You see, not too much. And then you can do her eyebrows whatever way you want. I'll just kind of put those in. And then I always like to make, I don't know if it's because I wear my hair this way or not. I really should train my hair to go the opposite way, but I'm going to just bring this hair down. And I might give her short hair. And then this will be her part. And then bring this down the seam. So you can kind of see where it really doesn't matter too much how your face is going, because you can always put hair to cover it up. And then I'll just kind of sketch that in. And you see how it just comes together really quickly. It's not too much of a big deal. That's why you can definitely sit and measure and do the nose and the eyes and all that kind of thing. But let me see if I can move down just a little bit more so you guys can see, closer so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. I gotta move my camera down probably. Anyway, so then I have this and I want to do some, technically we want her neck to be right like this. We want her, to go to her. I'll work on that. And then this would be her arms. So I always like just to put the arms in the pockets. It makes it easy for me if I'm not really necessarily drawing. And you see, look, she has arms. No big deal. And I'll play with that. So now I'm just gonna, what do I want to do? I want to take some, I don't have skin tone sitting here. Yes, I do. I just like to use light flesh folk art, but you can use whatever you want. You can also, I was going to get out my Neo color 2s, but then I changed my mind. Because I thought, I don't want to play around too much with that stuff. But I am going to go in with a paintbrush. And I'm not going to erase anything. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Let's just kind of go in over everything. And use that to our advantage, because that will become kind of like our shading. And once it dries, you can make it lighter. Ooh, she's going to be gray. I don't even care. I really don't. Because I'm not necessarily going for pretty. I mean, she's going to be a grungy angel. Who isn't a grungy angel sometimes? Now, if you don't have skin color, you can use whatever, or flesh color, you can use whatever you want for her skin. But don't worry about it too much. If you have, maybe you have a colored pencil or your Neo colors, or I've been asked to do more pan pastels and, oh, what are those other things called? I can't remember right now. Faber-Castell, ink tints. So I'll be doing that coming up. But you see, I'm just kind of coloring, and you're still going to get an idea where you're going to draw. Now, let's say, let's just go over it. You're like, oh, this is a little too dark. I don't like the gray. I do enjoy grunge, but just take a little bit of your gesso. You can see I don't pour out. I should. I do have some new palettes from Folk Art, but, and like right here, let's say you don't want it as gray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet this and kind of water it down a bit. And you see how I'm just going to water it? And you can do one of two things now. You can take a, rag, art rag, whatever you use, and you can kind of blot it up. If you're like, oh geez, that went too gray, it's not what I'm wanting. I like to, if I do this, I like to just kind of blot the middle, and then make sure you blot that, unless you're making a man, but you really don't want 5 o'clock shadow on your angel, so you might want to wet it a little bit more. And go in. There you go. You see how it kind of lifts it out? And then you can clean your brush and then go back in, you know, if you find that that's too much for you. And then I just kind of go, there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to paint her. I'm going to paint her hair and paint her dress and that kind of thing. And then I'm going to forward and then I will be back and we will go on adding the wings and the background. Okay, so here's where we're at. And as you see, all I did was I just threw some blue paint around. I did her dress in green. I'm going to dry this real quick. More down here because I think what I want to do is take some of that blue or yellow, probably yellow maybe. Let's see. I want to do polka dots. But before I do anything, you can see I still have her wings here. Now I like to do so many different things. I like to take Mod Podge, oh geez, oh Pete's, what is it called? There's sparkle, there's a million of them. And I like to put them in there and it gives it a real nice sparkle. I don't have that sitting here right now for some weird reason because I always have it. Mega glitter, that's what it is. So wait, here it is, 1 second. Okay, that's right. Mega glitter, but there's a million. There's silver, there's gold, there's all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna give this a shake and leave it sit there for a second. I'm going to put this away. And I always like to give my girls greenish hazel eyes because my daughter has greenish hazel eyes. Sometimes they're way more brown than they are green, but she has the really cool, like, depending on the weather and what she's wearing. So I always like to give that kind of look. I'm going to go back in with this brush. I should probably use the smaller one, but I'm just going to give her pupils another burst of color, just like that. Now, anything you see me use, marker or what have you, you of course can substitute with whatever you have. Sharpies are great. You can go to the dollar store. You can get tons of markers at the dollar store, permanent. You can use your watercolor, use whatever. I like to use my art journal to get ideas, to play. I don't sit and take it, you know, if I screw up, you know, I don't get too upset about it. This is just kind of where I do some things. So I already have gesso down, but I'm going to put a little bit more. Of course, you can use your white paint. And I'm going to go in just because I have some marks on here, just so you guys can see. Because like I said, I started out angels. I used to collect them and I still have some around. And I love drawing them in all different ways. And she's a little more grungy, but like I said, I don't care. Now, I will tell you this. Right here, I could take some more of my flesh color and put it on here so the shadow's not so dark. I'm not going to worry about it. The neck, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not that big of a deal to me. So one thing I do like to do, and I have a little bit of this left, and I'm going to kind of put this down here off my brush. I'm going to wipe this for a second. I'm going to take this end. I like to dot in there. And I do like to give little highlights in the eyes, just like that. Nothing too fancy. And I like to do that. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to take this. I'm not even going to wipe my, wash my brush off. I'll get the majority of that off of there. I'm going to open this bad boy, which it's already opened. I've used this a million times. I don't know why I keep that, but I'm not going to throw all that goodness away. So, and I don't know, can you see? Look at that sparkle. Let's see. Yeah. Look at that. Come on. There's some good sparkle. Oh, it's all, oh yeah. Okay. Instead of doing that, let's put it down here. And I like to give it a good couple coats. Now, if you have your glitter that you like, you can do whatever color you want. You don't have to do this clear, which this will dry clear with just that delicious glitter in it. These are my favorite things. And this one, again, is called Mega Glitter. So, obviously, it has a Mega Glitter in it. All right. And I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. You can use this in her hair. Like, maybe black isn't your thing. Maybe you want some, you know, her to have some glitter in her hair, which she doesn't want glitter in her hair. So, I'll just do this. And glitter her up a little bit. Because we all love some glitter. Well, some of us do. Some don't. Some don't like glitter. I love when I'm petting my dog and like he rolls over and there's glitter on his stomach and I'm like, oh, it's like a little fairy. Okay. And that'll dry. It all dries clear, so that'll be that. But I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to keep it because there's some good glitter left on that. And I am cheap as AF. Okay. Or cheap AF, I should say. Gonna rinse this off. And then I'm gonna I just want to do a little something down here while that dries. Now you can see the Mega Glitter has different sized glitters in it, and you can kind of see already the big chunky glitter, and when it's dry I'll show you, but it's great on the wings as well. I've done black wings, and I got something that I'm gonna be doing with like a dark fairy kind of thing, so it's gonna look really, really cool on there. But for this, I just want polka dots. Now, also, I was going to, but I'm not going to do it right now. These are my needles I take. This comes off my needle, my Humera for my RA. And I love using these as circles. You can use either side. You get a big one. You get, you know, these kind of patterns. So I'm going to use these for a thing that I'll put aside and do another day. But for this, I mean, you can use a back of a pencil. Let's do that. And this is, if you want to know, this is the Sharpie Peel Off China Marker, white. I also have it in black. It writes on anything. Like, let's see this. Like, this is, I don't even know what that is, modeling paste underneath or whatever, but look at that. Well, you can't see because of the glare. Why the glare? But you see, it writes on anything. So you can use it like when you're canning or whatever. You can use it, you know, to draw on your acrylic paint. It doesn't matter. It has this nice little flat right here, and I think we'll go in with some yellow. I'm gonna give it a shake. These are the multi-surface from Plaid, and they are deliciously my favorite thing ever lately. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna just kind of go off a little bit, and I'm just gonna kind of start randomly. And what also you can do is, you see we have this, just take off some of it, like on the side. So then you can go there and it not, I might have wiped off a little bit too much, Kel. You know, you kind of get like a half thing and it don't, you know, all right. So you just get some variety. I'm gonna need some more paint. You can just go over it. If it doesn't stamp to your perfection, just get more paint. Okay. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. You're getting it. Use whatever you have. It's not the biggest deal. But how big they are or anything like that. Okay. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to scrape this up. Anybody watch True Detective last night? Let me know down below what you think so far. I'm excited to see it, but who the heck knows, you know. I get excited and then I'm like disappointed, so I hope not. Because we've been watching a lot of good shows, and I would like that to continue. Okay, so I'm going to give this a quick try. Oh, I love all the Mod Podge sparkles and glittery. They are fantastic. But this one, Now what I would do here is with these yellow dots, I would probably even go back in with like another color, maybe like a purple or a magenta, and like even do a dot in the middle. I don't know. Or trace around it and make it fancy. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't fully like drawing Mod Podge of any sort with my heat gun, because sometimes it like makes the skin on top. You have to like keep it far away. It's better to use a hair dryer than the heat gun. Um, so you really just want to pay attention. Don't hold it in one place. Okay. Acrylic paint, on the other hand, dries very fast, even the multi-surface. But let me show you. See those glitters? Oh, the chunkies, and then you can see like the little, especially down here. Look at that. And then you have the wings. This lighting with the light coming in the window and all here is driving me bananas. Man, see? Oh, it's so... And of course, you can go in and, play around with the face and draw the, the nose a little darker if you want and all that kind of stuff. Not going to do that now. You also can put a quote here or a word. My favorite word is breathe. But I think today, what word do I want to use? I'm a horrible writer, and you can go and write it in pencil first and then trace it, but not me, because, and I'll probably get my hands all in the glitter and yellow. So I'm going to pull my sleeves up. But you can go in and let's write. If I wasn't so lazy, I would get my stamps out, because that's what I should probably be using rather than my handwriting. Let's just be happy. See that wonderful calligraphy I have. Oh Lord. I've been trying, but I just can't grasp it. Like, I know they say like to go here and make this thicker, but mine just looks like I screwed up. I mean, look at that. Look how fancy that is. I don't even know where I would go here. Where do you go? Here? And then here? Like I said, it does not look like I screwed up, but I'm just trying to... I don't care. Here, where would I go? Somebody needs to do private lessons for me. But if I do it on that side, it doesn't make sense. I like little, like, oh, let me do like little things there. It doesn't work on here. Maybe here? I don't know. That's a... Do I make this up higher? Do I make this right here? Good God, girl. Some people have it. Some people don't. I don't. But you understand what I'm saying. So, art journal page done. Like I said, you could see it was very simple. Something else I like to do is, I don't think these are dry to do this, but like I said, I like to take either, a marker or a pen, whatever, because you're at your final stage. You're not going to necessarily put anything else on it. I'd like a thin, do I have a thin one? Do I have a thin one? Do you write? I don't know. I can't guarantee anything writes, because I am horrible with these. You could do eyelashes, you could whatever you want, but I like to go in, and then I like to kind of take my marker and like, I don't want to say scribble, because that's not what I'm doing. Well, I guess I am in a way, but kind of like outlining without being so much solid about it, if that makes sense. You see what I mean? So everything kind of has a place encapsulated in my horrible handwriting. You see, and then you can go around you can even put like right here, make her smile. She's smiling. Her nose, maybe you don't like it that light, do a little, or you could just use that in general. You can do that for the eyes. You could do that for eyelashes. You could go around like these and kind of make it almost like flowers. Here you can go, and I would do that because I outlined it. But then you can go in and do like ruffles. Even paint that another color. Use a marker or paint. And you see what I'm saying? And you're just kind of doing some fanciness. So that's her. I'm not going to keep going on. Always remember though, when you're using any type of marker, even a pen with your acrylic paint, always, always, always do the wipe off like this to get all that acrylic paint off. Because if it dries on there, you are what they called up the creek without a paddle. You know what I'm saying? Because it dries on there and goodbye. And if you're buying, these are my favorites, the Faber-Castells. You know what else I've been loving lately is the Marabou. But that I'm loving, loving, loving the Aqua mixed graphics. I don't even know the full name of it. I will use them again. I am in love. So I think I might do the Roy G bib and get them and try them, all of them. But anyway, regardless. So yeah, so just make sure you clean them and then just have a blast. And you see how easy that is. So, well, let me know what you think down below. I love you guys so very much. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting, trying to get on a regular schedule so I can upload. And yeah, I guess I will just see you guys in my next video. Progress, not perfection. Remember, that's what we're going for. That's what I always go for. And try to be happy today. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.